There are things that most people ignore. Minor horrors that when they hear them out loud, send a shiver down their spine, because they know they've experienced it at least once. Welcome, because California is like mad creepy, bruv. The sun is nowhere. The heat is scorching. You can't see the sun, but your skin is turning bright red.
You can see the stars from your yard. You never look southeast. The stars look angry there.
You talk to the trees around your house. You hear them whispering your secrets to your neighbors.
It will rain, they say. They say that every day. And every day you wait. How long have you waited? You don't know anymore. It will rain, they say. It has to rain.
You're walking in LA along Hollywood Boulevard. You walk along the stars and it feels like forever. So many and yet so many still. You eventually find your own name. Or film. You can never been in a movie. Ever. In like your entire life. Or so you think.
Let's go to In-N-Out, you say to your friend. Which one? There are no other burger places around. There is only In-N-Out. There is always only In-N-Out.
You go to a restaurant with a friend. Everything is gluten-free. You don't mind. Everything is. What even is gluten? You don't know, but you are horrified of it.
The beach is nice in the summer. The beach is nice in the spring. The beach is nice. The beach is your friend, your overlord. You must respect it. Bow to it before stepping on its sandy shores.
You park your car on the side of the road and get out. The beach. You look at the top of your car to find a surfboard. You don't own a surfboard. You do now, and accepted it as your new way of life. You go put on your wetsuit that you didn't own.
You debate on where to go for summer vacation. The fight ensues. Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm, Universal Studios, and Disneyland. They all fight for your affection and your money. For when summer comes, you belong to them. This happens every year.
The palm tree outside your window waves at you in the wind. The palm trees are your ever-present, looming protector. They are always watching.
There are many languages. For each you speak, there are 3 more you don't. Occasionally you are thankful you do not understand the one spoken only in hushed, garbled tones. You are more thankful when you do not remember that one at all.
Hey, sorry I was late. It's traffic, you explain. There is no need to explain further. They understand. You all have lost so much to California traffic.
Fusion food, they call it. It has no other name. Do not touch unattended parcels and packages. Do not look at unattended parcels and packages. And lastly, do not, under any circumstances, listen to unattended parcels and packages. This is what they want. This is what they have been waiting for.
70 degrees is considered ideal temperature for human beings. All around you, you see others in jackets, sweaters. So what, then, does that make them? Even now, you start to shiver.
You think the man on his cell phone outside the restaurant is in trouble. You only catch snatches of conversation, quotas, sulfur prices, falling employee morale, loss of faith in new management. new procedures for soul processing. His skin is badly sunburned. You decide to walk a little.
The mystery spot. The Winchester Mystery House. Those, even the tourist know. You have enough pity left for them that you do not speak of the rest.
There is a cloud today, just one. You look at it with a faint flare of hope. It is pure white and holds no hope of rain. You get out your umbrella to encourage it. It's an airplane trail.
Your headache is so bad some days, you hope it is only caffeine withdrawals. And not due to the sigils Starbucks employees drizzle in syrup on the bottom of your cup at the drive-thru.
The sound of rain. Excellent, you think. You roll over and go back to sleep with the sound of water pattering against the windows, echoing in your ears. In the morning, you step outside to sunny blue skies. The pavement is dry. Did you dream it? Did it happen?
It rained last night, and the entire town is hung over. Street lights blink red, confusing every driver who dare to approach. Half your city is without power. Auto wrecks litter the sides of the streets, but each only involve one car. We really got soaked last night, they said, smiling behind their sunglasses. There was less than an inch of rain.
Their speech is patterned with strange words. Everything is hella chill. You think that might be the case when hell freezes over. Then, one day you start saying it too.
You pass a vacant lot with a sign advertising a high-rise mixed office-use luxury condos. You can't remember what used to be there, if there was anything there before.
Apple makes an announcement. They are selling the iThing. Your coworker makes an announcement. They are selling their stock options.
The bulk bins are all filled with quinoa. Pearl quinoa, black quinoa, red quinoa, tricolor quinoa. I love quinoa, says the glassy-eyed white woman in the aisle beside you. Oh my god, it's like so good for you. She scoops herself 2 pounds. Everything in your shopping basket has turned into quinoa.
You buy pesto from Trader Giotto's and mapo tofu sauce from Trader Ming's and frozen tamales from Trader Jose's. Boy, that Trader Joe guy sure gets around. You wonder where he'll go next.
An announcement comes over the company PA system. Bart is in fact not a person. Carry on.
The Giants are victorious. There is a parade. Tall people do not feature in abundance. The city goes up in flames that night.
The Prius in front of you slams on its brakes, and you slam on yours. The Prius behind you barely stops in time. A Prius rolls up on your right, and a Prius rolls up on your left. Their windows are all tinted. They all have coexist stickers. You hold your breath and wait for the light to change.
There's a music festival in the next town over, someone tells you. You drive for hours trying to find it and pass dozens of music festivals, but it's never the right one. You can't remember who told you about it. You're not sure if anyone did.
I, legit do not know how I ended up here, he says. He clutches his $4.50 fair trade organic artisanal coffee. I'd swear I'd never live in the Mission. But now, my jeans are skinny, I own a collection of vintage records, and I'm hosting a bread baking party next Saturday. He leans forward. His eyes are desperate, and his beard is magnificent. You have to help me, please.
You lie awake, unable to sleep. The waves sound closer than usual.
You're not sure what the ocean sounds like until you hear it. late at night, raising monsters from its depths. You are afraid. You wake up the next morning and go for a nice swim.
Bus announcements are in a language you don't understand. To clarify meaning, the bus repeats its announcements in several more languages you don't understand.
Everyone awaits the big one. You know what one I'm talking about. The earthquake that will send California tumbling into the Pacific. For many, it can't come soon enough.
If you watch long enough, all the cars on the highway start to look like Priuses. Nobody knows what you're talking about, but there are thousands of people in parking lots trying to remember which car belongs to them. A mom stands outside a thrift store with her kids and her kids' friends, wondering where her minivan is. She knows she can't fit 6 kids in a Prius, but she can't remember ever driving anything other.
Diversity Day is held at the local high school. Every act is from Asia. You are not sure what diversity means, but you clap anyway.
The fires are never ending. They exist forever in the hills, burning away the dead brush that is always growing back. You fear the results of this epic battle.
The mountains are alive. No one mentions it, but they don't have to.
The Santa Ana winds are coming, and the dry air that smells like dust and heat is coming too. Going inside will not help. The wind will howl and bang on your windows and doors. There's a fine layer of dust on everything, and it smells of ozone and something you can't exactly name.
You eat fish for dinner on your back porch. A seagull lands on a tree a few feet away and stares at you unmoving until you have almost finished your dinner. That's when it attacks.
You're on the top floor of a building when everything starts to shake. You dive underneath a desk and cover your neck. You receive strange looks for the rest of the week. Surely someone else must have felt it. Your building is on rollers. You couldn't have been the only one.
The fog rolled in tonight. You can smell something like gas. You hope you are wrong as the wisps of white crawl into your vents.
You can't remember a time before the drought. Was it 5 years ago? 10? 20? Everything is dust and brittle vegetation. The fish show their pale bellies to the sky. You have forgotten the sound of rain.
It is late. You've got fast food wrappers in your lap, and the air outside is finally cooling. You're driving out of the city, prepared for the next leg of your journey. You see a motel, the vacancy sign flickering, the song Hotel California playing on the radio, and you speed away as fast as you can.
The weather is different in every town. It is raining, and then it is not. The sun beats down on your neck, and then the fog kisses it. The wind cackles around you and then dissipates. No one has figured out what to make of this yet.
Apartments are always full in San Francisco. Tenants disappear, but their sacrifice is necessary. The waiting list keeps the buildings happy. You are afraid of what might happen if they didn't.
Everything north of the city is farmland. There are no people, only ghost towns and gas stations, weeds and cows. Mostly cows.
A tourist asked you directions to the beach. You only go a few steps before another tourist asks you for directions to the same beach. They're the same person. They're always the same person.
You take your shoes off. Sand falls on the floor. You haven't been to the beach in months. Where has the sand come from? Why does this keep happening?
You walk across the stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You are looking for your favorite actor. Oh, there he is. His bones are crushed to dust under a million footsteps. Funny, he looked taller in the movies. Listeners, Reflect on these words if you ever decide to visit California. Some of the world's scariest things happen under the blaring and blazing sun. Good night, and listen to the sound of the waves.